My next guest, Mann, has enjoyed a varied career in media and as a cabaret singer in top London venues. Now, Anne's love of Ireland stems from visiting the Yeats Summer School in the 1960s. Now, she'll tell us more about her influences which have led to the publication of her novel Arcanum, set in Ireland, past and present against a background of Irish dance. Now, Arcanum, published by Troubadour, is available on Amazon from good booksellers, and details are on Anne's website, www.annemann.co.uk, and our website, indeed, irishradio.org. Anne, lovely to speak to you.
And to you, Jerry.
And before we hear more about the book itself, I understand it's a dedication to Ireland. What has inspired such passion?
Well, I've always felt a great affinity for the country, having first visited as a child on holiday, and then in my early 20s attending the Yeats Summer School in Sligo. And I was familiar with Yeats because he was taught in my school in Somerset, where I had an Irish headmistress, and not many other schools there included his work in their curriculum. And then since I've made programmes for the BBC some years later on Irish writers and their relationship to music, as well as a Bram Stoker centenary documentary. And then I returned to the Yeats Summer School as a lecturer on my thesis Yeats and Music, which was also a BBC programme.
Right. Now, the meaning of the book's title is apt. What is it, and can you give us a brief insight into the plot? I'm not asking for any spoilers or anything else.
Sure, absolutely. Well, Arcanum means secret or mystery, and it also refers to either of the two groups of cards in a tarot pack, the 22 trumps, the major arcana, and the 56 suit cards, the minor arcana, which feature in the story. And it's a supernatural story set in past and present Ireland against the background of the Irish dance and the disappearance of a troupe of dancers. So there's a little magic, and coupled with the determination of the two lead dancers, that thin veil between the past and present is briefly lifted, and the two are united in order to restore harmony, but not before the tragedy of loss is experienced on either side.
Right. Now, I understand the book is suitable for readers from about age 14 upwards.
That's what we're saying, yes. It's fantasy, but there's some adult content, so 14 upwards is what we say, yes.
Right. Now, you've had some excellent testimonials, including from Gloria Honeyford, also, I believe, James Keegan, the lead dancer in Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance, and previously a guest, actually, on our programme, has been very supportive.
Yes, very, and that's amazed me and delighted me because obviously I didn't know that much about Irish dance except what I had researched, and so I was writing a lot about dancing, and as I said to James and his sister Louise, not from the point of view of a dancer, so please forgive any inaccuracies that might be there, and they both told me that I'd done very well, and nobody would wonder that I didn't know a great deal about dancing, so I got away with that, Jerry.
Right, well done. Now, Irish dancing it's loved worldwide and is very, very uplifting. However, your research reveals suppression of this traditional art form in the 18th century in Ireland.
Yes, well, I knew about the laws that existed up until the late 1800s that prohibited the Irish expressing their identity through religion and language, obviously. I knew about the hedge schools, but knew little about the banning of music and dance and how risky this could be in some areas. In fact, I learned some form of Irish dancing as a child and always wondered why we clenched our fists and shook them, which of course was in defiance to the oppressors, which I only found out doing the research, and why in step dancing they kept their arms rigidly at their sides so as not to attract attention, and was also a form of repression.
Okay, now happily times have changed. There is, of course, a great tradition of storytelling in Ireland now. Thinking about Irish writers and the literacy canon, what do you think sets Irish writers apart from others?
I believe that the poets, playwrights, novelists, and even musicians have managed through some sort of almost mystical genetic infusion, if you like, to capture all the aspects of the human emotions, love and suffering, and the strong bond to their country through the power of their words. And as you say, they're the descendants of the great bardic tradition of storytelling, and that tradition somehow has survived the catastrophes that engulfed traditional Irish society, and I think in a way became more powerful, colourful, as well as revolutionary.
Well, now, Dublin has produced more Nobel Prize laureates than any other city. So I think it's fitting that you're heading to Hodges Figs Bookshop in Dawson Street in Dublin on Saturday 29th of July. 4:30 in the afternoon it's at for book signing and some refreshments. Are you looking forward to the event?
I am very much. Slightly daunted by promoting my work in a town which has spawned the great and the good, as you say, but I'm proud of the book and I've had some great comments by people I respect.
Right, now I know that you'll be reading a passage from Arcanum at the signing. To give us a flavour, can you read for us, let's say, a strapline on the back cover?
Yes, I would say that when a troupe of Irish dancers disappear, the police and the world are left baffled. While Silas Murphy and Clodagh Trevor embark on their own desperate search for their friends and colleagues, a strange and complex labyrinth of events unfold, influenced by the age-old divinatory symbolism of the tarot cards.
Well, it certainly leaves one wanting to read more on it. Now, another striking feature is the illustration on the front cover, which can be seen on our website, irishradio.org. Can you describe it for us and share with us who did actually do the graphic design?
Yes, I mean, the publishers had their own traditional ideas of Irish scenes and lakes and mountains and, the usual. But I wanted something different, and I wanted something that gave a flavour of the story, as well as looking Irish. So I trawled the internet for something different and something which captured the essence of the story, and found it in a pack of tarot cards designed in the 1980s by someone called William Worthington and called the Wildwood Tarot. And I chose this particular one from the pack, and it was called The Wanderer, and I think it's absolutely right.
Right, excellent. Now, Arcanum it's at just $7.99, and there's a Kindle edition. It would make a great holiday read, indeed, or a gift for organised people who buy something each month to put away for Christmas stocking filler. It just fits the bill. It's published by Troubadour. It's available in bookstores and, as I said, on Amazon, where you'll find many favourable reviews posted, including our own at the Irish Spectrum Radio Comments. And listen, it's been fascinating speaking to you. Enjoy your trip to Dublin on the 29th, and I wish you continued success with the book. Lovely to speak to you.
Thank you very much indeed, Jerry. Thank you.